So let us have a quick review what we have discussed in the last session, yesterday demo session, right? So Python is a general purpose programming, means any kind of applications can be developed. It is not for a particular purpose, right? It is not like purpose based. And multi-programming features we see in Python, right? Like object-oriented programming, procedural-oriented, scripting, and modular programming features, because of which we call as Python as a hybrid language, right? High-level language means easily understandable, human understandable, it's portable, and machine independent, can run on all the hardware and all the operating system, right? Interpreted, Python is an interpreted language, interpretation, line by line execution we are going to see, right? Yes. User friendly programming or programmer friendly programming language, right? User friendly programming or programmer friendly programming language, right? Right, which looks like normal English statements, right? Yes. Yeah. So this is what two types of languages, low level and high level. So Python is a high level, it's human understandable, portable, machine dependent. Python has got procedural oriented programming features like C language, object oriented programming features like C++, Java. So like scripting features like shell script, and modular programming features like Modular 3, right? Nearly 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for the various domains. I said Python and Java are the two major programming languages. Python and Java are the two major programming languages, right? Yes. But currently, if you see, Python is mostly used in the industry, right? 31% used. Java is 19% used, right? Yes. And Python, what kind of applications we can develop today by using Python? Like web applications, mostly, right? Mostly used in creation of web applications using Django, right? At a rapid speed, you can develop a web application with very less coding, right? And automation applications like the technologies like IoT, DevOps, robotics, and data science, right? So if you see in all this, total implementation goes in Python, right? In data science, in IoT. And for big data like Spark, we have got Spark, right? For PySpark, Spark with Python implementation, we say like PySpark. And for scientific applications, for GUI or animations, right? Graphical user interface of for animations applications, right? And for gaming or game development. For gaming or the game development, right? Pygame, PyCora, and PySign. So especially for game development, right? Especially for game development, Python has got, yes, a framework like Pygame, PyCora, and PySign. And scheduling tasks, and for testing or for test cases, right? Yes. And for software development and for business applications, we have got Triton, a three-tier general purpose programming, right? So here database applications, and for network applications, like we have got a framework like Twisted Python, and for web scrapping data from different websites, right? Extracting data from different websites. And for audio and video applications, Python is preferred. We have got some applications like TeamPlayer, CPlay. And for CAD and 3D CAD applications, for embedded applications, right? The most famous embedded application like Raspberry Pi using Python for its computation, computer vision like face detection, object detection, and for color detection, and for data analysis, and for desktop applications, single user applications, Python is preferred, right? And who are using Python today, and top most applications built by using Python? Google, right? Yes. Google using Python for its web search systems, Yahoo using Python for its web search systems, YouTube for video sharing service, right? Instagram built by using Python, NASA for research and development activities, right? Because of Python hybrid features. Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python. Quora, Reddit, Dropbox are the applications built by using Python. BitTorrent uses Python, right? Yes. BitTorrent using Python. Maya, right. A powerful 3D animation, right, which uses Python scripting. MMOG, massively multiplayer online, right? iRobot for military and commercial applications, and for hardware testing. Okay, fine. And reasons which makes Python super popular means like very less coding we see in Python, simple syntaxes given by Python, right? Multi-programming features, interactive mode, right? Python has got interactive mode and wide varieties of applications I was discussing about, and many built-in libraries, right? Yes. So this is what reasons which makes Python super popular. Now, people from non-programming background or zero programming knowledge, right? You can just observe the coding of Python as compared with other programming. I'll take a task and I'll try to implement the task in different programming side. You can just observe. Python comparison with other programming. Python comparison with other programming, right? Yes. I'll take a task and I'll try to implement the task in different programming language. You can just compare coding wise how they look as compared with other programming languages, right? A task accepting two values from the user keyboard and performing addition. And performing addition, right? First, I'll write this code using Java. Later, I'll come back to Python, right? Just you can observe the code in Java first. I'll show you this code both in Java and Python. First, import java.io.star. Class sample. Public static void main, right? Throws IO exception, right? Public static void main throws IO exception, right? Input stream reader. New input stream reader, right? Of system.in. Buffered reader. BR equal to new buffered reader, right? System.out.println, right? Enter the first number. Enter the first number, right? Yes. String S1, right? BR dot read line. Every statement ends with semicolon in Java, right? So BR dot read and whatever you are taking should be converted into integer format. int I equal to integer dot parse int, integer dot parse int of s1, right? Yes. Yeah, integer dot parse int of s1, right? Yes. Now these three statements, I'll just repeat it for the second number, right? Yes. System dot out dot println, enter the second number, enter the second number, right? Yes. String s2 equal to, right, string s2 equal to br dot read line, string s2 equal to br dot read line, right? Yes. And int j equal to, yes, integer dot parse int, integer dot parse int, right? Yes. Of s2, right? Yes. Now finally saying, right, yeah, every statement should end with semicolon, and finally saying system dot out dot println I plus j. I plus j, right? Yes. Fine. Just closing this, right? Yes. So yeah, we can also use the scanner classes also for this, right? Just I'm copying this to a separate notepad file. I'll just show you this execution in both Python and Java. You can just check this execution, right? Yes. Notepad. I'm copying to a separate notepad file. I'm saving it. Separate folder. Now, just 1 minute, we see the execution in Java and Python. Go to the command prompt and check cd slash come out of this and cd python 8pm, right? That is a folder I created. Within that, you can say Java C file name sample dot java, right? If there are any errors, displays the errors. Yes, I place semicolon is missing there, right? Yes, just use semicolon, right? I placed in the last line. Save it. Now again, now yes, integer dot parse int spelling, there is a typo in the int, right? Yes, integer dot parse int int, right? Yes. Now say Java sample, right? Execute. Enter the first number 10, enter the second number 20. The sum is what? 30. This is what the coding in Java, right? So I don't know like how many of you understood this code. Like class, what is public static void main, what is input stream reader, buffer reader, read line, right? Println read, okay, all this. So we need to have little programming knowledge to understand the statements, right? These are like Java statements. It looks little complex to understand, and if you see the length, right, it like 10 to 12 lines of code, right? The same task I will try to implement in Python with not more than 3 lines, right? Just observe this Python coding, not more than 3 lines. Okay, file, new file. So just observe this, the only 3 lines. X equal to int of input, enter value of x. So in the first line, just what you are saying, input, enter value of x, enter value of x, that's it. In the second line, input, enter value of y equal to input, enter value of y, enter value of y. Print x plus 5. That's it. This is the coding in Python, right? Yes. This is the code in Python. They look like normal English statements. You can easily. Okay. Value of x, enter value of y, print x plus y, right? Yes. So this is what the coding in Python. You can just observe, right? Just 3 lines of code. And even if you observe this code, they look like normal English statements, right? They are not as complex as other programmings, right? Excuse me. Okay, just observe this, save it first before you execute, right? .py, right? Any name with .py extension we can give, right? Now it's run it, run, just execute it. It will ask enter first number, enter value of x 10, enter value of y 20. Yes, sum is what? 30, right? Yes. Okay. Fine. So this is what that for adding 2 numbers in Python, right? Very simple. Anybody can, do you see any complex word in this? Inputting value of x, inputting value of y, print x plus y, right? Yes. So here within this input function, whatever you keep within the double quotes, that will be prompted in the output, right? A run module, right? Enter value of x plus enter value of y 20, sum is 30. Okay, next. So one more example, right? Yes, just to show you one more example on this. Right. If I got some list of values in other programming, we say array of elements. Here we say list of values. I'm taking some values like 10, 40, 30, 20, right? 50. I've taken some elements in this way, right? Yes. Forty, 10, 30, 20, 50, right? Yes. So print x, okay, print, I want the number of elements present, but here only 5 elements, but think that you got many elements, right? Print len of x. Yes. Print sum of x, right? Print sum of x. Sum of all the elements, right? Yes. 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50. No need to write any code here to perform the sum of all these elements. If 5 elements are 50 elements are there, right? Same thing. Sum of x means sum of all the elements of x list. If I want to find the max element, print max of x. Print max of x, right? Yes. Print min of x. No need to write any codings in Python. Directly we have got inbuilt functions to find the max. Min, right? Max is 50, min is 10, right? And if you want to perform in a particular order, right? I want to arrange them in a particular ascending order. Sorted of x, arranging in ascending order. Run module. 10 to 50. Print sorted of x, comma, reverse equal to true. If you want in descending order. Means if you say sorted of x means you will get in ascending. The ascending if you reverse, you will get in descending, right? So how to reverse means reverse equal to true, you should say. Fifty, 40, 30, 20, 10. Yeah, in this way, right? So we don't need to write huge codings in Python. We have got inbuilt functions, sum, max, min, sorted of x, right? And also Python has got 89,300 inbuilt modules for various domains, right? So what is a model? Importance of model? Two things you can observe now. One is coding of Python you can observe. Second thing, importance of model you can understand, right? How they look. I'll take example of a commonly used model, right? So you can easily understand it. A module I'm importing, import a math module, right? Yes. So all the properties of math, I can use it in my program. Print dir of math. Print dir of math, right? Yes. Within the C drive, right? Right. Okay. Test1.py. Okay. So here dir of math, it shows all the directory of the math module. What are all the properties of the math module? It will display all the properties. Just observe here. Sine, sine h, prod, radian, sine, square root, tan h, pi. There is a variable pi. There is a variable e. There is a variable square root, right? Yes. Tau, trunk. dir of math module, right? Yes. Just run module, run it. dir of math. So here I want to print this pi value. I want to print this e value, right? Yes. Pi value and e value, right? Print math dot pi. Print math dot e. You can just observe, right, how the statements of Python looks. There is no complex statements here, right? Run module, check this, right? Yeah. Pi value 3.14, e value 2.71, right? Yes. Okay. Next, for example, if you observe this output, 3.14 and e value is 2.71. Just if you observe, there is a functionality square root. You don't know how to use the square root, right? So Python is going to help you. Python is going to help you with this square root, right? help. I want help on within the math module. SQRT help on this, right? Yes, it is going to help you, right? Yes, run module. Check this. Help on built-in function square root in the module math. Square root expecting a value x. It is expecting a value x, returns the square root of x. One value we need to provide. It returns the square root of that value. So now you got the help. Let's say print within the math module SQRT of one value 16, right? Yes. Run module, right? Yes. Returns the square root of x, that is what? 4, right? Yes. Okay. Similarly, if you got any other functionality, right, you can get help on that particular functionality. Say, if for example, there is a function called POW. I want help on this power, right? So just say help on math dot power. Run module, right? Yes. Power of x comma y returns x to the power of 5, x to the power of y, right? Yes. We should provide two values. It returns x to the power of y. So it is clearly saying provide two values x comma y. Math dot POW. Provide two values x comma y, right? So 10 comma 3 I'm giving 10 to the power of 3. It returns 10 to the power of 3, 10 comma 3, right? That's 10 to the power of 3, right? Yes. Run module, right? Thousand, right? It returns 10 to the power of 3. That is what? 1000. Run module, right? Yes. Thousand, right? Yes. Okay, in this way, you can just work with any models. You can get help on particular functionality. You can dig in, you can work on this, right? Yes. Yes, coming back, right? So before I go with this, so I'll be entering into the fundamental types of Python, right? Yes. So before I go with installation part of Python, right? First, you need to know something about PSF, Python Software Foundation, right? Yes, you need to know something about PSF. Python Software Foundation. PSF. Yes. It is a non-profit organization. It is a non-profit organization devoted towards Python community, right? This PSF, it was launched in the year in the year, right, 2001, almost like 20 years ago it was launched. The main objective of this Python software foundation, right? So version to version to foster the development of Python. To foster the development of Python, right? Yes. And in the year 2005, yes. In the year 2005, right? Yes, PSF, Python Software Foundation, it received Computer World Horizon Award. It received like Computer World Horizon Award. Okay. The president for this PSF, who is the president for this Python Software Foundation, right? President is nothing but Guido van Rossum, is nothing but Guido van Rossum. Headquarters, where are the headquarters, right? Yes. Delaware, US, right? Delaware, US, and official website. Official website, right? Python.org. Official website. Python.org is the official website, right? From okay, fine. So this is something about Python Software Foundation, right? So this is python.org is the official website from where we can download Python and from where we can install, right? Headquarters in Delaware, US. President Guido van Rossum and PSF received Computer World Horizon Award to foster the development of Python. It was launched in the year 2001, right? Python versions. Python versions, right? Yes. Python 1.x. Python 1.x means 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, right? Yes, the first one version, right? It was released in the year 1990. Python 2.x version, right? Python 2.x means 2.1, 2.2. Yes, it was released in the year 2000, right? It was released in the year 2000. Python 3.x. Python 3.x, it was released in the year, right? 2008, almost like 14 years ago, right? It was released. The latest version of Python, right? Latest version of Python 3.11, Python 3.11. Stable version of Python, right? Stable version. Stable version of Python, right? Yes. Python 3.7 is the most. What do you mean by stable version? Stable version, nothing but mostly used version. Mostly used one, right? Yes. Mostly used version, right? Yes. Previous stable version, previously mostly used one, right? Previous stable version, right? Yes. Python 2.7, Python 2.7, right? Yes. Yeah. Next is like Python installation, right? Python installation. So people who write in Windows, Linux, Mac OS, we can install it. But people who are working on Linux environment, right? So no need of any installation. By default, you get Python inbuilt along with this Linux OS. So yes, I'll just show you from the scratch, right? How to download and how to install Python, right? Step by step. So before that, yes, just go to the settings, apps. Yeah, apps and features. Yeah. So here Python, the latest version, Python 3.11.1 is the latest version. Uninstall this version, right? Uninstall it. Yes, uninstallation in progress, right? Yes, let it go. Let the uninstallation go. Python has got different softwares for different environments, Windows, Linux, Mac OS, again within the Windows. For Windows 32-bit, Windows 64-bit. I think now everyone using 64-bit, right? But if you got 32-bit, even Python has got support to the 32-bit, right? So how will you check whether your operating system is a 32-bit or 64-bit means? Right. Just go to your desktop, right? Go to your desktop. So on this desktop, right click your PC or computer and say properties. Right click your PC or computer and say properties. 64-bit operating system, right? 64-bit operating system. It's not 32, right? 64. Now we are supposed to download 64-bit Python version, right? Yes. Let the installation in progress. Meanwhile, we can download Python. How to download Python and how to install Python, right? So what is the official website of Python? I said www. Yes, python.org. It is the official website from where we can download and we can install Python, right? Yes. Python official website, right? python.org. So this is what the Python, right? Yes. So here you can see PSF here, Python Software Foundation, right? If you click this PSF, sponsorship, memberships, donations, volunteer grants, all this you can see it. And if you go to this Python and if you want to download, go to the downloads folder, right? And select all releases. Select all releases, right? Yes. Okay, go to all releases and scroll down, right? Yes. Looking for a specific release, looking for a specific release. Looking for a specific release. 3 point, observe this. All the versions. So all the versions from the last 20 years you can see here, right? From the last 20 years, what all the versions got released from X 2.0 onwards, right? June 22, 2001. Yes. So here 3.11.1. Just click this 3.11.1. Within this Windows 64 is available, 32-bit is available. Just to go with Windows installer 64-bit, click it. Your download started. 24 MB of size, just 24 MB. Download also finished, right? Yes. Now if you, so just go to this python.org, downloads folder, all releases, select 3.11.1, download finished, select 64-bit and just go with the Python. Click this Python, right? You will get one window gets open. Okay, So you don't immediately go for installation, right? Don't immediately go for installation. At the bottom, you can see, right? Add Python to path. Add Python to path, right? Select that. It is going to add Python to path variable of OS. And go for customize installation. Go for customize installation. So by default, you see documentation, pip, ideally, Python test suite. So just say next. So nothing to do here, right? Everything documentation, pip. Pip means it's the external models which are not part of Python software. All those, if you want to install, we require pip. Yes, nothing to select here. Just to say next. So by default, okay, where it is getting installed, right? Here also nothing to select. Here by default, it gets installed within the C users, Dell, app data, local programs, Python 3.11, right? Tomorrow, if you want to locate where is your Python available, you need to have a very big path. So instead of very big path, keep your mouse before this Python 3.10 or 3.11 and remove all this path up to just install within the C drive. Just install it within this Python, right? Yes, 3.11 folder. Okay, just go say C/Python 3.11 and just say install, just say what? Install, right? Yes. Yes. Almost done with the installation, right? Yes. Once it is done, right, let us check whether it is successfully installed or not, right? So it hardly takes 1 to 2 minutes to install Python. Just go into the downloads folder, just selecting this Python 3.11.1. Yes, just selecting the path. Yeah, success setup was successful. Close it and just at the bottom search panel, type CMD and go to this command prompt. And here directly you can type Python, right? Directly you can type Python and check whether it is working or not. It should display the Python version and the interpreter, right? Python 3.11.1. Yes, 3.11.1, right. Here you can see this interpreter, right? You can type any valid Python statements, 3 plus 4, 5 into 7, right? X as 10, X plus 2, X into 2, X to the power of 2, right? In this way, any valid statements you can type and you can interact statement by statement. We call this as interactive mode. Understood, right? Python is successfully installed. It's working. Yeah. So coming back, right? Yes. Python installation. If anybody from Linux environment, like you see Linux as inbuilt within that Linux OS, right? But if the OS is a older version, right, you will see older version of Python. But if you want the latest version of Python to be installed within your Linux, right? So just use this command, like if you sudo apt-get install Python 3.10 or 3.11. And okay, Python execution modes, like Python installation, Python versions, Python software foundation. Now, Python execution modes. This is important. Execution modes, right? Two modes of execution. Interactive mode, and second is batch mode. Interactive mode and batch mode. Interactive mode, here we directly type Python statements. Here we directly type Python statements. On the interpreter, right? And the users can easily interact, right? Easily interact with Python statement by statement. Statement by statement. Here, the advantage what we see in interactive mode means if it doesn't have idea about any particular functionalities of Python, you can just type and check, right? I can interact. To test the functionalities of Python, and to learn Python, right? Yes. Sorry. To test the functionalities of Python and for learning Python, right? Yes. Here we directly type Python statements on the interpreter, and the users can easily interact with Python statement by statement. To test the functionalities of Python and for learning Python. Batch mode. Here we write a set of statements. Right? We write set of statements within the editors. Or IDs. Here we write set of statements within the editors or IDs and save it by using .py extension. Here we write set of statements within the editors or IDs and save it by using .py extension. and later submit to Python. Set of statements within the editors or IDs, save it by using .py and later submitting to Python. So you may ask, what are the various editors where we can write the Python code? What are the various IDs? Integrated development environment, right? What are the various editors? What are the various IDs? Various editors where we can write the Python code, right? Notepad, Edit Plus. These two are for within the Windows environment. We can write the .py files. Third is like VI and Nano. VI and Nano, right? So these are the various editors where we can write the Python code. Right. These two are within the Windows. These two are for Linux environment, right? And what are the various IDs? What are the various IDs, right? What are the various IDs? So integrated development environment, in real time we use these IDs, right? Like we have got not like one or two IDs. I'll be showing you how to execute in different IDs, like 4 to 5 IDs. I'll be showing you PyCharm, PyDev, like we have got IDs like Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, Jupyter. So PyCharm, PyDev, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, Jupyter, right? NetBeans. VS Code, right? And all these IDs. Among all these, which is the mostly used means PyCharm is the mostly used one, right? Mostly used one, right? Yes. So I'll just show you like how to develop the first Python application using editors, right? So just we have discussed, right, Python software foundation, Python one. So as part of today's session, just I was briefing you, comparing Python code with other language, right? And check how these Python statements look. And also I showed you some couple of examples, right? Like Python statements, how they look, and Python software foundation, Python versions, installation and execution modes. In the tomorrow session, right, I'll be briefing you more on this, developing the first Python applications and what happens exactly when we define some values in Python. How can we print them? How can print their address? How to print their type? All this, what happening internally, right? Yes. Okay. Any queries from your side, anyone, right? So we'll be discussing in brief about Python, right, in depth. So even as part of this course, people who wants to go for different environments, right, like people who go for data science environment, some models, so that in brief, in depth, that models also covered for those people, right, like Pandas module, NumPy module, right, Matplotlib plotting and visualizations. So from today we have started the regular batch, right? Python installation, Python versions, execution modes, right? Yes. Okay. Any queries, anyone? Right.
Hi, sir. Good evening. My name is Shiv Kumar. Am I audible? Hello. 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 Am I audible?
Yeah. Now you are audible, right? Yes.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Good evening, sir. Today is the first day I'm attending this session,
Mhm.
the demo session. Not sure whether we have covered this during the previous sessions, right? So, how was the entire program curated, sir? Do we have the curriculum?
Yes.
Uh, yeah, sir. Could you please share it on your system if it is possible? So, how we are going to progress on the entire program, right? So, how long it is going to take? What is the duration?
So
And
yes.
yeah, and do we have any flexible timings apart from 8 p.m., right? Do we have any other flexible timings? So could you kindly share, sir, please?
So here, yes, Python basics. So this is the course content, right? Python operations, operators, right? We're working with different IDs, flow control statements, looping statements, strings in Python, collections in Python, right? Python lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries, everything in brief. Functions in Python, modules in Python, packages, errors and exceptions, file handling, object-oriented programming concepts in brief, regular expressions, Python database access, right? And Python data and time module, operating system module, advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closures, decorators, web scraping, GUI programming, graphical user interface, Excel workbook, working with the Excel files, data analytics, right? Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib with Python, introduction to this data science and like Python, Pandas module, NumPy module, and Matplotlib module. Means in this total Python, right? 30 modules, 30 topics in depth in brief we'll be discussing, right? Yes, and with many working examples. And apart from this Python, people who wants to go for full stack, right? Means along with Python web development, right? Those people,
Mhm.
apart from this, you'll be getting the knowledge of UI technologies like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript. And apart from that, also knowledge on Django framework of Python, introduction, web frameworks, Django installation, Django project architecture, Django application creations, views, Django templates, Django admin, Django models, Django advanced concepts, and with multiple applications, 15 to 20 applications creations I'll be showing you, right?
Okay.
UI technologies like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, and MySQL, right? So, so as I said, people, so you can see in the chart panel, the payment process and procedure is forwarded by the online team. And if you've got any queries related to those, you can just, they have given the contact details also, right? Fine.
Sir, what is the duration of the entire program, sir?
So here, 1 second, Python, right?
Mhm.
The Python, so like Python core, Python advanced and application oriented models, all this nearly 70 hours, right? In brief, it will be covered. It takes like 2 to 2.5 months. 2 to 2.5 months, right? So in like 2 months, assume 2 to 2.5 months, and plus the people who wants to go for the entire full stack. So like UI technologies. So UI technologies like HTML, means CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript will be covered. Along with that, so this UI technologies will be given freely, right? So you need to, this is that a free offer, right, from our side. And Django framework, Python Django framework, right? Right. With REST APIs and with project. So this all, right? So this entire thing is like full stack. So it is 2 months, and this everything we cover in 2 months, right? Totally it takes 4 months. So 5K is the fee structure for this only Python. If you want to go, just 5K is the fee structure. And for this remaining all this UI, Django, all this, right? So in Django framework, 15 to 20 apps creations will be shown, right? And for this, actually that it was 7K, it was given to 5K only, right? Yes, as a combo package, right? You pay 10K, you will get entire full stack, or only for Python, it's 5K, right? Yes. So the totally 4 months. And if you if you want like fast track, right? It doesn't mean that you cannot go one after the other. If you want to go parallelly also, you can go parallelly, right? Yes, parallelly after 10 days of completion of Python, right? If you want any of my batches, the Django or UI technology, anything started, you can just attend those batches, right? Yes. Okay.
Got it, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, in brief about, and you also get, you apart from this, you also get in, okay, just I was saying you, right? Yes, you also get apart from all this, right? So the people who go for Python for DS, so there are some modules I was covering, right? Python for data, matplotlib, numpy in brief, pandas model, all this in brief, right? Mostly used modules, right? This will be given, right? People, yes. So these are the offerings from, and recordings, you will be getting recordings, right? Every day you will be getting the recorded video plus soft copy of the notes and plus assignments, right? Topic wise, or every Friday I'll be providing some assignments, right? These things. And okay. Yeah, any other queries, right? Anyone?
Yeah, hi sir, this is Sirisha.
Yes.
I don't have any Python knowledge. Like if I want to go for that weekend classes, will I get understandable that PySpark and all? Like this basic course I need to finish now first.
Yes, yes.
You said you can attend parallelly that weekend classes also.
So you want to go for Python. So I also deal with big data, right? Spark with Hadoop Spark. And so in weekend you got PySpark. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, you can attend Python, right? And you can go like after that you can go with that PySpark.
Okay. Parallelly I can't go, right?
Parallelly also you can. Why? Because we'll be discussing a lot of Spark related, right? Spark is an execution model implemented by using Python. Before you go with the actual practical part, we'll be discussing on Spark. By the time you are you'll be having some knowledge about Python, right? Executions, other things. Otherwise, if you have time, you can go one after the other. Otherwise, parallelly also, you can understand I'm saying there. Right?
Okay, thank you.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, basically, sir, I am from civil branch, sir. Core field.
You're from?
Core field, sir. Civil branch.
Okay.
Sir, I am unable to understand the code. What is how the code is? How to write the code? That's my problem, sir.
That's why I was saying, right? I was showing you some examples right today, how the Python coding looks, right? Very simple and easy to understand, right? So,
Sir, I don't a small idea about. Don't have a small idea about coding. What is how to write a code?
there is nothing. See here, there is some 5 elements. What is the length? Means number of elements. Sum of x, sum of all these elements, max of x. The same thing if you write in other programming, you need to write a lot of coding, right? Required. Max of x means 50, min of x means 10, sorted of x means arranging all the elements in this way. And the other functionalities also looks like normal English statements. Yes, not like as complex as other programs.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Vijay sir.
Yes, yes.
Hello, sir. May I know I am in right path? I completely no idea about the coding, and I am from the scratch. So can I learn here from the scratch
So,
to something?
Step by step, everything I'll be typing and showing you, right? Line by line execution. If you've got any queries, you can ask me without any hesitation, right? Multiple examples will be showed. So
Okay.
that's why it's not like 45, 35 or 45 hours post, right? That's
Okay.
why I'm saying I'm spending 70 hours, right, for these things.
Okay.
Step by step, everything I'll be typing and showing you, right? Not like bringing some pre-written code and just showing you, and those things won't. We'll type in line by line, we'll see that execution, right?
Yeah. Thank you for so much, sir. You have the section only from 8 to 9. There is any other sections in the morning?
Morning, on 31st of this month at 7 a.m. in the morning, there is one more batch going to start.
Okay.
31st of this month.
Okay, 31st of this month. Okay. Thank you.
7 a.m., right? Yeah. So,
Sir, when the regular batches are starting?
so yes. So yeah, I'm coming to that. So everyone, you can attend the session tomorrow. Tomorrow also we have session, right? Same timing at 8 o'clock to see more on this, right?
It's also demo class yesterday.
So yes, tomorrow will be the last one demo session, right? Tomorrow will be the last. You can just see how this, right? And next session onwards, the link will be changing, right? You are supposed to get enrolled, right? So as I said, you'll be getting the notes, you'll be getting the recorded video, and also you'll be added to the WhatsApp group link, right? For the technical discussions or any other, right?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
The things you are teaching in demo, we are, I mean, can you teach in regular classes of this thing?
So this is whatever I taught today, versions, installations, all this you are talking. So it's there is no regular classes. Classes started from today, right? It continues.
Okay.
It is not like again this will be repeated. No.
Okay. Thank you.
So it will be repeated. Tomorrow will be the third class. Day after tomorrow it goes like right. So
Can we
actually, the only
Can we get notes or videos from?
so you'll be getting
this?
you'll be getting clear notes, right? Yes. But if you are from non-programming background, I recommend you to make running notes also, right?
Okay, thank you, sir.
So that anyhow I'll be providing, right? But still, if you are from non-programming, but I recommend you to make notes. Fine.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, so I'm stopping for now. So if I'm done with your queries, so we'll meet you tomorrow, same time at 8 o'clock with the same link, right? Yes. Fine. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye. Good night.
Yes.